So, last time we left off, you guys had been chased into a room, running away / murdering a bunch of guys that found you on patrol, and you entered the room that you passed through before, where you guys had broken into this guy's study and stolen a bunch of things and got barrel turned to stone briefly. However, as you entered the room, the apparatus was different. You saw a number of purple crystals beaming like these we already used the word beam of shadow energy into this kind of large central crystal in the ceiling that was kind of pouring out this rift beneath it. Through the rift, after briefly confronting the cultist that you saw teleport away just before you left the last facility you were in. However, this time he spoke in a number of different voices that didn't appear to be his own. Very spooky. He teleported away, was like, see how you deal with this, probably gonna die, and then he left, melting into shadow before stepping into the room were, I think it was 4 or maybe 5 of these cultists. They looked different though, they were holding swords in unison with these kind of ghostly glowing eyes, and when they were slain, they arose as spectres. And stepping through the portal was a wraith with this iron crown. You battled for some time. There were, at one point, a swarm of wolves, is the only way I could describe that scenario. And after much effort and close calls, you all managed to just about survive, with pretty much everyone except for Burial unconscious on the floor. After which point, she fired up at the central crystal, destroying it and all the relays around the room.
Hooray.
Plunging it into darkness before she had a ominous vision.
Oh, did I write the ominous vision down?
I'll write it up for you later, because I'm not going to reread it now.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, so currently...
The vision was of another larger rift,
yes.
through which was a dark, skull-shaped mountain. There was a very large 20-foot shadow creature with horns that I felt was death incarnate.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I have.
That's about the gist of it, yeah.
Also, I have something here that says burn spell slots before long rest.
Oh yeah, that was so that you could replenish, you could get extra sorcery points to reactivate your hands.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's up to you if you want to do that.
Probably yes.
But yeah. By the way, Beryl, you do have about an hour before everyone else wakes up, because they're all unconscious, and it's going to take them that amount of time to wake up, and then after that they can take a long rest.
Oh, this is marvelous. Is anyone awake?
I believe Smek's still awake.
Yeah.
So are Tropos and Nalo. All the retainers are still awake because they're pretty tough. And also, I think.
Like,
sorry, what was that?
Of the long rest, like, what hour are we in?
You're not in the long rest just yet because
Okay.
you're all unconscious. It'll take you an hour to wake up on 1 HP, and then after that you can take a long rest.
Then we get to level up.
From there. Yes.
I
yeah.
guess the appropriate action would be to drag everyone into the side room, and just like barricade the door, and wait for everything to not be terrible again.
Yeah, as you start dragging your companions towards the side room, you hear a thunk from the room that you came from, and as you kind of turn round, you see through the hole in the door Nathan the Fire Genasi kind of panting with his hammer. You can see he's caved in the skull of a number of cultists that were trying to get in behind you. and the closet is currently doing something to one of the bodies.
Oh.
Nice.
I'm going to not look at what the closet is doing. Wasn't Nathan staying at his forge?
No, he was coming
He
with us.
came with you.
Yeah, he was coming.
There's a
Ah,
dwarf somewhere in the facility that was there.
That's the dwarf.
Oh yeah.
Poor fucking dwarf. But yeah.
All right. Well, I guess at wave at Nathan. Saying, good job. Good job. Could you help me pull everyone to safety?
He lets out kind of a relieved sigh, kind of loops his hammer back onto his belt, and kind of helps you out because you neither of you. Well, he's a bit stronger than you.
Yeah.
But
I am weak with wooden hands.
it's true. Yeah, he helps you out. I think also Choppers and Ally would also try and help out, and Smick would definitely attempt to like help drag Reaver, but he's not very strong.
We could. I can let him pretend that he's dragging Reaver
Yeah.
just to make him feel better.
He does have plus 6 to strength.
Yeah, but he's small boy.
For whatever fucking reason.
He got plus 6 to athletics, I think, but base strength. I don't think he's got 22 strength. You know, that would worry me if a kobold had the strength of a frost giant. Unless he had a belt of frost giant strength, that's a different story. But yeah, so after about an hour, the rest of you wake up in the study. Did you put anyone on the bed, by the way? Because there's like a little sleeping pallet.
Reaver. I'll put Reaver on the bed.
Alright, so yeah, Reaver, you wake up on this kind of wooden board, and the other two wake up on the cold stone floor of this small room.
I have a bonfire down.
You can do, yeah. I'm assuming not on someone, because that'd get pretty toasty. But yeah, the bonfire is the only lights in here. Previously there were like sconces that had torches in them, but they were all extinguished after the portal was closed.
Right. So now that everyone's awake, we're just gonna have a long rest, right?
Yeah. During which you guys can level up, which you've already done, because we went through that before session. But yeah.
Hold on. I want to do two things during this time.
Right.
One, I want to enchant as many of my fingers as possible, make them usable.
Right.
But it's sorcerer points, right?
Yeah, 1 sorcery point per digit.
I have 3 sorcery points left. I have 2 first level spell slots left. I'm gonna have to go to the page.
When you're turning spell slots into sorcery points, it's just the number of sorcery points that equals the spell level. It takes more to make spell slots than it does to burn them down.
Okay, so I've got 5 spell slots to work with. 5 digits.
You could either reanimate an entire hand, or you could like kind of mix and match.
Yeah. I'll probably do middle finger on both hands for very good and proper reasons. An index finger, and then the little finger on my right hand.
Alright.
So I can look fancy when I'm drinking tea.
As you do, kind of feel this kind of warmth rush through the wooden apparatus, and you like whilst it's not perfect touch, you can still feel kind of pressure when you put your kind of wooden digits on things, which I imagine is a bizarre feeling after having not had hands for a long time.
This is very strange. I'm just going to start poking stuff. Just, I haven't been able to poke stuff for a while. I want to poke stuff.
Yeah. What is everyone else doing? Aside from doing a long rest.
I'm trying to sort out the Whispers of the Dead thing.
Okay.
So do I just get +3 to it?
What's that? What does that actually do? Remind me.
I can... Hang on. Whenever I finish a short or long rest, I can gain 1 skill or tool proficiency of my choice.
Alright, so basically, yeah, that you got your proficiency bonus is +3, so you, at the moment, I think it's, well, the last time I checked it was on Arcana, that might have changed. Yeah, you pick a different skill that you're not proficient with and get proficient in it, or tool if you wanted it.
I will do Insight.
Alright.
So that'll be now +7.
Anyone else?
Oh, I had something to do with my bands of fire control.
Yes.
I do have a method for getting magic into it. That does involve burning myself.
Right.
As we know from when you ran off into the alley and set yourself on fire.
Yeah. If I spent some time doing that during the long rest, do I have to, like, spend anything to get some health back from that?
So long as you don't kill yourself before the end of the long rest, you'll heal up to full.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't kill myself.
Also, like, given that you're an elf, if you wanted to, you could you could long rest and spend hit dice in between doing it. Not long rest, so short rest, and then because your long rest is only 4 hours.
How long is the long rest?
Your short rest is 1 hour. Your long rest is 4 hours because you're an elf. Everyone else's long rest is 8 hours, except for Oak, who's also a warforged, so he's got 4 hours.
Yeah.
So I could use even more sorcery points.
Not more sorcery points, but unless you wanted to use them afterwards. But in terms of health, if you wanted to, if you want to burn up and then put more into the fire control.
Yeah, I'll probably just do that. So my band's back to full power.
Alright.
Also, whose dog is that?
It's mine.
Tell him he's a good boy or girl. Tell them they're a good dog.
Oh, Jake, I have a question.
Hello.
So, you know the bigger Kenku cultists, like the slightly larger ones?
Yeah.
What are they called?
The shamans. Or shamans, what do you want to call them?
Shamans, yeah, right. Because I'm just currently listing what I have the heads of.
Right.
How did I know that's what you were doing?
Because we know Crook.
What were the names of the ones with the skull masks and the cannons? What are they called?
Rocketeers.
Rocketeers, right.
And those were Dirks.
And also the fact that you now need to make a list of the heads you have.
Yeah, because I've got 5 javelins and 2 shoulder pads, so I've got 7 heads at the moment.
He's
Yeah. Also
doing a head count.
Yep.
Yes. I am going to say that from now on, if you've got heads on your shoulders, given how long it's been, you and anyone within 5 feet of you has disadvantage on perception checks because the smell is so fucking distracting.
I can burn them. I can burn them.
I was going to say,
yeah,
when are you going to do that? When are you going to burn them?
No, they're already skulls actually.
Are they?
I already did that. I think.
Okay.
So I'll just tell you what I've got. So I've got my prized possession of the Mastiff. I've got the Bodak, which is my second favourite. Got 2 Dirt Captains because we've got to kill quite a few of them. I've got 2 shamans because we've killed loads of them, and 2 rocketeers because we fought them a while ago. Yeah, that's what I've got at the moment. Comes to heads,
Alright.
skills even. Yeah, nice.
You're just going up to everyone as we're resting, going, "Look at this head. It is glorious."
No, the standards though, I can't. I'm not just having just regular Kenku cultists. I have standards with it. Nice.
Fair enough. Alright. So, yeah, if you guys start taking a long rest, your companions will also take a long. I think the retainers are going to probably keep watch because they're mostly uninjured.
That's useful.
So they sit outside the door. Smick especially is on high alert because you went unconscious last combat Reaver, so he's like, I cannot allow this to happen again. Nathan probably collapses and just goes to sleep. He seems exhausted, and the Quasit goes about like he seems to be like nesting in his hair,
That can only end
which
well.
is kind of part flame, part just red hair. But yeah, so yeah, Burial and Oak would wake up first in the long rest. You've got 4 hours to do whatever you want before everyone else is awake.
I spent that time with my band of fire control, didn't I? And then I had to
Yeah,
rest again. I think.
actually that's a good point. Yeah, you probably come out of your long rest around the same time as other people.
Okay.
So yeah, Oak, you have a 4-hour period in which to do something if you want to.
I've got nothing to really attune to or anything, so I'm good.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I don't have anything, so yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I would like to remind you of the thing you pulled out of the cupboard you were last in this room.
Oh yeah.
Which was what?
You found what appeared to be the kind of I think I described it as kind of this coppery brass coloured hilt of a sword.
Oh, I want to attune to it. Or
You have a
whatever I
fucking
can do.
lightsaber.
Hell yeah!
I want a lightsaber.
So yeah. So yeah, after you spend, I think you can actually spend the long rest focusing on this. So if you want to, you can spend the 4 hours after practicing. I will try and get you. I'm trying to remember where I put the fucking card for it. But yeah, after your long rest, you kind of spend your meditative kind of shutdown state focusing on this item. Out of interest, so you get the sense that like when you come out of it, that
Oh, turns into a dog.
Well, once I'll just be a.
yeah, you get the sense that whatever this thing is, and you get the sense this is definitely this reminds you of the weapon that Dale had. It looks to be a similar make, but you also get the sense that it's still potentially in flux, that you could potentially influence the form it takes.
I guess just a normal sword.
Well, what are you proficient with?
Um,
Because you will need. That's something you do recognize that you probably do need to be proficient with whatever weapon this takes form as.
dagger, sickle, spear, mace, quarterstaff, sling, javelin, club, scimitar, and dart.
So out of melee weapons in those, which one do you want it to be?
Scimitar.
All right. So yeah, when you well, I'll send you actually. But yeah, when you come out of the long rest, you kind of pick this thing up. You hold it. It's very much point and think. You will the blade into being, and you see this kind of shimmering, opaque but dimly glowing, curved green blade that has this kind of, what was I describe it as? Let's have a look.
A lightsaber scimitar.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, it doesn't have that thing just yet. All right. Good to know.
Ooh, upgrades.
But yeah, that is what you have.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
It is a hard light scimitar with a bit of messing around. It's not quite like a lightsaber. Like, if you touch it, it won't burn your hands off. It appears to be kind of like when you kind of tap the blade. It doesn't make a sound, but it is this kind of solid material that feels almost crystal-like. But yeah, you now have a hard light blade, which is probably one of the most sci-fi items you guys picked up so far. But yeah,
Nice.
you also had there was another object with it, but without a check. I don't think you know what that is. Which I think something that Burial described as an apple before, because I described it as being roughly the same size.
Oh. Can I give it to?
Well, there was another one in the cupboard.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind then. I'm keeping mine.
I was about to say, can I do a check or not?
Yes. I would say for you, yeah, you can make an Arcana check,
Okay.
and I would say you'd make this an advantage because you have heard of these weapons. You're from the time that they were made. So this is something, and given that you are coming to this place for upgrades and repairs, it would make sense that you have some sort of technological know-how.
Yes. Come on. There it is. 17.
Nice. All right, so you see this lump of metal that seems to be composed of these interlocking plates and cubes, which kind of about the size of the palm of your hand, but you feel it's like surprisingly light, not too weighty. You know that this is what artificers and engineers refer to as a Euclid. That with certain equipment and with specialist help, you can use these to augment certain items to give them additional properties.
Nice.
You're not sure if you have the tools with you right now, but you're pretty sure that Dale would if you managed to meet up with her.
Definitely worth an ask.
But yeah, that is the extent of that for now. I just want to make sure you guys didn't forget about that because that's kind of useful. So, but yeah, most of the long rest passes relatively uneventfully, and you all wake up having been fully rested. You are now level 6.
Hooray!
So a few of you have developed new abilities as you contemplated during your rest. And yeah, you wake up. Reva, you sense that at some point during the rest, there has been a dusk, and the thirsting void calls to you again, feeling its kind of power regenerated.
Oh yeah, my dagger.
But yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention, as you guys wake up, or like about half an hour before, you hear a loud explosion.
Lovely.
I'm pretty
in the
sure we've
distance.
heard loud explosions before in this
Yeah,
complex.
this one sounded
so-
big. And you can hear like the sounds of distant alarms. So yeah,
Hey,
when you wake
Snuggles
up,
for once.
what do you do when you wake up?
We've missed. No.
What was that?
Yeah, Wolf of Mist. I've just finished sorting out my dog.
Luke, well, sorry, Oak has a hard light blade, a scimitar. It's green, and there was an explosion that happened somewhere else.
Good, we like to see that.
Yeah, you guys just finished your long rest. You wake up to an explosion. What do you do?
Honestly, I want to say for once, try and go away from it, or go to actually no, go towards it's more fun. Then.
All right, the explosion came from direction. So when you last split off from Dale and Kainir, it appears to be coming from that direction. That and the sound of alarms. The area you're in right now is mostly like very smoothly cut stone, whereas the rest of the facility was this kind of like lots of metal, this other material you didn't recognize. This area seems to be having been carved off, seemingly out of just the rock face.
Maybe made it a different time period then.
That would be the case. That would appear to be the case. Yeah. Do you head towards the explosion, or
Of
what
course
else do
we
you
do.
want to do?
course
I
we do.
personally think so. What about Oak and Reaver? What do they think?
Can we not just stay here?
No. Burial goes over and starts poking at Reaver. Come on, get up, we've got things to do.
Yeah, and also you notice, Reva, that when Beryl does this, like some of her fingers are moving.
You're just kind of grossed out about it. Like, eh.
I just start
Whereas
wiggling my
Yeah.
like five fingers that I can wiggle. Look
She
at my
sort of
wiggly fingers.
catches it and like grabs the fingers and goes, "You want to tell us about this?"
Well, a very strange wizard man I ran into enchanted my hand. I just had to put some sorcery power inside them to actually activate it. This is all I've managed to do so far.
Then, if you want to keep doing it, stop poking me.
Very well.
And she lets go. And stands up and starts getting ready to go.
All right.
Well,
So, assuming that you guys head towards the explosion, you, as you kind of make your way to exit, you realize that the room that you kind of open the doors to the room that you originally left from, where you originally found the closet. The room with the forge is now just molten slag. Mostly you can see kind of this. It's about like ankle height, but now it's mostly solidified. This kind of pooling mixture of black and white metals, and where they meet, you kind of see this swirling mixture of this silvery stuff. But all kind of now cooled down.
Just gonna stare at Burial.
That is. It could be worse. It could be worse.
yeah, it could be.
You wasted
But yeah.
valuable metal.
What were the chances we were actually going to be able to use it?
I'm carrying some.
Well, you didn't try and sabotage it.
Dare you to stand on it?
No.
Don't we need to get through this room?
Yes.
So stand on it.
No.
No. You know, having some kind of frost spell would be really useful right now. Curse the fact that I'm mostly fire.
I guess we can't really get through then if it's melting.
It seems to be solid at the edges. Like it takes effort to open the doors, and you can see like it's about like it's a few inches deep, but at least towards the edges it doesn't seem to be molten.
Can we creep around the side then?
All right. If you're attempting to like stay on the very edges, make an acrobatics check.
Oh, dear.
Sure, I shall do that.
Reaver and
Right.
Og don't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just let them
I got
Sounds-
18.
let
18.
them fuck themselves up.
So with an 18, like Krook kind of deftly kind of skirts around into the room and makes his way to the other side. Burial, however, as you try and walk across, there's kind of like lumps and kind of depressions in the solid metal. As you don't quite see one in the dark and you trip over. You land on the where you would assume would be the molten stuff, but it's just warm. It's not actually hot.
Oh.
Um,
Oh, this was a letdown. Do I take any damage?
No.
Good. I just get back up and just walk off like nothing happened then.
Okay, now that the test subjects have gone across.
I will be honest. If I had failed, my next plan was to use Dragon's Breath as cold, and just melt and just freeze it all.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
What are we using? Acrobatics?
You don't have to because it's solid.
Oh.
They were just trying to skirt around the edge of the room, so you don't have to make any checks. You can just walk across.
I didn't know if it was all just warm or just where he fell.
No.
So.
The fact that you spent like at least 2 long rests here, so like that's been enough time for it to cool down, and solidify. But yeah, so you can definitely tell that someone like has turned off the feeds for these, because you can see that where it was coming in, it's kind of the pipe is like mostly clean. It seems to be kind of like lubricated
Is
against
there no
metal.
face print where Burial landed?
No, it's solid.
Not just like a little squidgy. It's just a little imprint.
If it was at all malleable, it would still be very, very hot.
Which we
Diabetes
don't
outside my
want.
window. Goddamn diabetes. Anyway, so yeah, as you come out of this room, back into the big warehouse / storeroom that you were in before, you see that like this place, previously lit by these kind of white strips of lighting around the edges, the room is now washed in this kind of dull red. As you can see, these kind of lights seem to be on low power, and yeah, you can hear the distant sound of alarms. They don't seem to be coming from exactly this room. Let me have a look at my notes. I forgot. Oh, I haven't forgotten. Of course. The room is predominantly empty. There's still a number of crates open, and you can see like some of them have been like, you can see the tops of some of them have been pulled off in a hurry and haven't been put back on. Some of the contents kind of like strewn across the floor. But yeah, as you enter, you see appearing from. So as you come in, you're coming in from. I'll try to orientate myself around this actually. I will pull up the map because I remember that was a thing.
Yeah. I've got a version of the map up. Are we in the very big room that's like south of the furnace room?
Yes. So yeah, you're coming in from the north. As you enter, coming from where you didn't see a door before, coming from the east wall, you see a woman.
Oh, woman.
I need to get her description. You can tell like almost immediately this person seems to be kind of like wearing very noble clothing, very well kempt. They've got a dark red tailcoat with large shoulders, which appears to be intricately traced with silvery thread, which depicts various runes, glyphs, and sigils. She has kind of this pendant hanging from her neck. She appeared like, if you were to make a guess, it looks like she's kind of dressed in kind of classical old Poldrosian fashion style worn by the nobles of the time.
I have no idea what that means.
Poldrock is a region that you guys would know of.
Okay.
It's a little while away from here, but you would at least have heard of it in the same way that people from like fucking Hungary know that Germany is a country. But yeah, she carries kind of a satchel at her hip and a sheath for a longsword clipped to her belt, but is currently empty. And her kind of long brown hair is pinned up in this tight bun behind her head. And she kind of looks around for a bit and then like looks at you kind of surprised. And kind of asks, "Oh, hello there. What are you all up to, if you don't mind me asking? Actually, have you seen Georgia around? My wife seems to appear to have gone walkabout. She's about this high and... Sorry, who are you?
Who are you?
Oh, how rude of me. My name is Lady Cassandra. Lady Cassandra Crusane.
Anybody heard that name?
I don't really ask. What are you doing? What are you doing here?
Trying to stop an evil cult.
A cult?
The Kenku cult.
You know, bird people running around, talking in different voices.
I did see a birdman around here a while ago, but he didn't look like a cultist.
Might have been a different birdman. We know at least some of the Kenku, and at least one Aarakocra is not a cultist. So there may be more. I am Burial Oakblade. I quickly introduced the rest of them. I've forgotten the names.
There are like additional 4 of you because of, actually 5 of you because you've got your retainers plus
Yeah.
Nathan and the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do kind of understand her confusion now.
For a regular old
We're a band of... I don't know what the fuck we are at this point.
adventurers.
We're
Just
not
catch-all
adventurers.
term.
Most of you should kind of like, I think probably Crook and Burial she gives the least attention because you guys look pretty normal. She's kind of like the people when she sees Tropos Nalu, bloody what the fuck, I've literally forgotten his name, Smick,
How can you forget Smith?
Nathan and the Quasit, she kind of looks, she's like you can see a kind of look of wonder, and also looking at Reva, she's
I was going to say, I'm,
seems to,
Dragonborn here.
The crystal
but yeah.
dragonborn.
she's well, you're a colourful bunch.
We
And
are.
she looks at Oak, and she says, "Are you a Memenek?" "Oh no, of course. Oh, I remember now. Of course, Georgia was supposed to work on you, wasn't she?"
Yes.
Oak, can you make a insight check?
Yeah. Give me a sec.
How do you spell Georgia?
Like George, but instead of an E at the end, it's IA.
Yes.
Thank you.
Georgia Porgia. 5, really?
Wow.
That one!
He'd probably be like, "Who the fuck?"
The name Georgia rings a bell. But you can't like you definitely think you recognize it, but you don't like quite realize why. I don't think. And also bizarrely, like her name sounds familiar as well. But yeah.
Who's Georgia?
My wife, she runs this facility. Well, she runs another one up the mountain, but she came down here to do some join with the research team.
Oh, I have a bad feeling.
What
So-
time period are you from?
What a bizarre question.
What year do you think it is?
What would you think it was? I actually don't know what year it is like for you guys either, though. That's the thing.
just
Make it up.
yeah, you don't even have to say a date.
2012.
Yeah, just say it's 2000. Did you say 2012 or 2020?
12.
Actually, hang on.
Hmm.
I think I do actually know the date for her, which is. Yeah, she says it's the year 3024.
Beryl, what year is it?
Do I know what year it is?
Yeah, you guys would know that it's around the year for you guys 1000 and I think it's 1320. And also she now kind of like turning her gaze on Krook, seeing. Do you have, out of interest, do you have your sword? Are you holding your sword, or is it currently sheathed?
Sheath at the moment.
Actually, do you have a great sword sheath? I didn't realize this. You have
Oh,
you
no,
have like
I-
a holster for your great axe, but not like for a
No,
sword.
but I must be holding it then. Yeah, I think I do.
Man, things I fucking forget. She finally turns on you and sees the fucking glowing sword you're holding, and she kind of like a look of shock crosses her face. Says, "Hang on, that's my sword. How did you get it? And what have you done to it? It was broken, and you've made it longer, and you haven't quite fixed it all the way either. No, this simply won't do." And
Okay.
she kind of reaches out her hand and closes her eyes for a minute. And Krook, you do feel like a tugging on the sword. But after a second or two, you see in her hand forms the broken half of the sword. The end of the blade appeared like seemingly shattered or snapped off. And it looks almost identical to the one you're holding.
Okay, we have a time thing going on here.
Didn't
Hold your horses,
like
lady.
a few weeks ago? Didn't I say something about how using time travel in campaigns is confusing?
Well,
Didn't I
that's
say this?
Yes,
asking
because he
about-
posted about the time traveling spell thing, and I said,
Oh.
"Don't let us use it."
She's not having mine. She can piss off.
But yeah, no, she's like, you see that like the sword does look different. It's like slightly narrower and has a lot more. I love that there's like runic symbols traced along the bottom of the blade, but up to the point where it snapped off. And let's have a look. But yeah,
So, but is it still recognizably the same sword?
yeah, definitely. Like the hilt is incredibly like iconic. It's got this metal, but you can see it's threaded with these multicolored different strips of what you now realize is the same material that the like hard light blades are made out of. This material called skell, which you have kind of heard of in legend, but doesn't turn up very often.
Okay. Reeve's gonna sort of step forward and go like, "Okay, okay, we got some time shit going on, okay? Just hold your horses,
Sure.
lady, okay?
How on Astran?
Like, you're not in your time. This place right now is being controlled by evil cultists that are trying to open something called a rift."
What's your past perception, Reaver, at the moment?
22.
Okay. Something you notice as you kind of step closer is that like obviously she does appear to be out of her time, but at the same time as you get closer, you realize that this whole room is kind of like bathed in this kind of dull red light, and you can see this kind of obviously the Crook's blade emits a kind of dim light as well, but she seems to be lit differently, which is something you maybe you didn't realize earlier. She doesn't like the red light doesn't seem to be covering her face or her hands. Like her hair and her jacket already like kind of fits in with that, but she looks like she's being lit with kind of white light from a different angle,
Have I noticed
and she
this?
doesn't have a shadow.
Have I noticed this as well?
What's your past perception?
14. I'm guessing that's a no.
14. Probably not yet, unless Riva points it out.
Okay.
I'm gonna point out
It's
that
a-
she doesn't have a shadow.
And she turns around. She's like, "Oh, of course I do." And then she kind of like stops as she realizes that. Kind of like turns and looks at her hands. It's like, how bizarre.
And you're not the same color. Your lighting is weird to this room.
Yes, I know.
Could I do an Arcana check to try and work out why that is?
You can. Damn.
20.
Damn. Okay. So you kind of piece together these pieces of information, like the old clothing, kind of the like appearing to have thinking it's a different year, appearing to have the same sort as Krook but broken, and this kind of weird lighting and lack of a shadow. It kind of pulls together in your mind, and you realize that she's probably a ghost.
Damn it! It's the other fucking way. Damn it! No, that's war. That's war. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry, internet. It's awful.
Yeah, I was gonna say
the wrong way. We've got it the wrong way around. She doesn't have the future version of Crook's sword. Crook has the past version. Crook has the future version of her. So, yeah. And when we forged Crook's swords, we were actually fixing it.
Okay.
So
that's a nice thing for her to find out that she's
Yeah,
dead.
wait, hold on. I thought you said that she said she was from 3024, and that we were
Yes.
from 1020.
Yes.
So she is the one that's actually like not dead. She's not even alive right now.
So the dating system must have gotten changed at some point.
That, or
Well-
we're dealing with like a spirit embryo.
Something.
Because- she's not been alive to be dead.
Oh God, no.
But
So-
she is dead.
Oak. I think
Exactly.
Oak would know this, that the cataclysm happened around the year 3624. That was when you were last awake.
So we're going down in years and not up.
Well, the thing is, from what you've gathered since you've woken up, and given these people talking about a different date, the dating
hold on.
system must have been completely changed after everything went to shit. Given the lack of survivors, people must have restarted from just a different dating system.
So this is fun.
Oh fucking hell.
Did you say that the cataclysm happened in 3624?
Yes, which has
Right.
already happened to Oak.
Right.
But yeah, Oak. Also, now that you're kind of piecing this together, the fact that she's like, whilst you kind of like this information's kind of went over your head a little bit, you're like, oh shit, hang on. Though she's literally from where I'm from. You realise that the person that you came here to get repairs from and upgrades from was a woman called Georgia Fay, which matches up with what Lady Cassandra has told you about this person.
So she is from the past.
I think between Oak and Burial, she's definitely from a long time ago.
Oh, that's news to her.
Yeah, and as you guys are kind of talking, she kind of like looks down and reaches a hand to like her side, and when she pulls it away, you can see the kind of dark red stain on her hand.
Oh,
It's
that's
like,
not good.
I remember now. So sorry to cause you bother.
No, it's
I-
totally fine. We understand that you're probably a bit disorientated. How long do you remember being here exactly?
I don't quite know. It could be moments. It could be, oh gods, it could be centuries.
Well, oof.
How the
Oof,
fuck do you deal with this?
I really should have gone to therapy at some point. It would have been useful right now.
Okay. I don't want to be a
Would
dick and just
she-
ask how do you get into the mountain, but how do you ask nicely?
Would you be able to guide us through this complex? We are currently on a quest to stop the cult, as we said, and your help could prove invaluable. Our mechanical friend here, his memories, as you might have noticed, is not completely complete. If you come with us, we might be able to find out why you are in this state.
She's just like, no, bitch, bye.
The thing is, like she kind of looks around, kind of fully taking in her surroundings, like for the first time almost. And then she says, "Sorry, did you say something about a rift?"
Yes. We've closed one, but we think there may be another that way, I say, pointing south.
Another?
Yes.
Bigger one.
Have there been? Have you encountered many of these?
Only one so far.
And it was not fun.
No.
Okay. Oh, it's been that long. Oh
You
God, it might be
know-
happening again.
Okay, that's concerning.
Oh, I think I remember something about this. The rifts, they're on a cycle. Like, they happen after a period of time. There's a period of activity.
If there's another convergence,
That's it. That's the bingo.
no, I must find Georgia. And she starts kind of purposely walking towards the stairs.
I don't think you're gonna find her.
She doesn't seem to hear you. And at this point, you probably actually hang on. Where the fuck am I in my notes? God damn it.
Should we follow her?
Yeah, she starts walking off, and let's have a look. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Kind of as she once she's about like halfway across the room, you kind of you start to hear this kind of clicking noise, which you recognize instantly.
Oh,
The creature that you met before.
Okay.
And you can see it kind of like just like above the staircase on the balcony. You can see it climbs out from the doorway, and like turns its head towards Lady Cassandra. She kind of stops and like in surprise narrows her eyes at it. I've got to look up something real quick.
This is either going to be really good or really bad, I feel.
I want to fight it. I need its head.
Of course you do.
Decide that.
I'm gonna need to check. Okay. All right. You watch as she raises her sword at it, and a beam of searing light blasts out from the broken edge of the sword, and kind of cuts one of its arms off
Okay.
Wow.
instantly. And you hear it kind of this kind of inhuman scream as it tears off back down the corridor. She says, "That's quite enough of that."
We should follow her.
We need to investigate the explosion.
Yeah,
But
speaking of which,
ghost
you
lady
hear
with
another
white light.
explosion from the same direction.
Well, that's probably what are they called?
What? The Rocketeers?
What are they called? No, the woman in
Dale and Kiner.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like I feel like I've given you too many NPCs to keep track of in a short space of time.
Kinda, but it's
Well, for some reason, my brain keeps wanting to call her Gale, and I know it's not Gale.
No, there's no G in her name.
It's Dale.
Yeah.
why do I feel like she's called Gale as well? Now that you mention it, I feel like she should be called Gale.
Well, she's not.
Sorry.
Dale.
Sorry, guys.
But yeah, yeah, you hear another set of explosions, and then you kind of like hear the alarms go off again, and as kind of as that happens, you can see kind of a light peeking out between the blast doors across the room, which is where you last saw Dalen kind of charge off through. But Lady Crusane kind of turns around for a minute. It's like, it's happening again. This time I cannot fail. And she walks off away out of the room.
Up the stairs.
We need to like get her to help us because she might know how to shut it off before
Yeah.
bad things happen.
She seems at the moment to be our best source of information about what the hell is going on.
But yeah. So you're making your way towards the stairs?
Yeah, we need to.
Cool.
I think Reva's right. We do need to actually go after her and try and convince her to help us.
Alright. Give me a moment. I need to check some things. Alright. So. Oh fuck.
Oh dear.
Damn it. There's something that I forgot people had. One moment.
Okay.
Oh, God damn it.
Alright. Yeah, so as you kind of about the point you reach the stairs, and she's already like headed through the door at the top. But about that point, you hear a yell coming through the blast doors. Which Reva can just about make up with her past perception, is someone screaming "Make way" at the top of their lungs, and then you see a kind of blast of kind of turquoise light kind of shine through the door briefly, and then stop, and then sweep round in a large circle before the metal is kicked off and clatters into the room, and you watch as Dale kind of runs through, pistol and sword drawn, hair kind of in all over the place, and blood trickling down her cheek, with various scars and wounds, and Kaine kind of hobbles after her. And yeah, she says, she kind of turns around. It's like, "Oh, you fuckers again! God damn it!" Before turning to the wall and kind of like she concentrates for a second, and you see she kind of takes out her wolf skin, throws it at the wall, and you can see this kind of wall of water appear, covering the circle.
Well, okay, nice to see you too. dash after Lady. Okay.
While Reva does that, can I ask Dale and Kanye, what's happening? Is someone what's following you?
Well, remember that was the barracks?
Oh yes, right, I understand now.
There was also like a reactor in there. We might have blown it up.
Oh,
So based
Did
on
I-
power saving mode, and it means they can't get out because the doors are kind of off. But that does mean there's a lot of angry cultists and dirks coming our way right now. Um,
yeah, let's run.
you don't say.
We have a ghost lady who seems to be from the past. She apparently, I think she knows what's going on with the rifts and everything. So it might be important that we get her to help us.
What was that all?
Uh,
The gods really shit on my pillow today. Okay.
yeah. Also, we fought cultist leader, destroyed small rift. I met a very strange man called Gordon. Oh yes, we picked up Nathan, our new friend.
You do the catch up
And
later.
Oh yeah, right. Let's
There's
go,
no
go,
time.
Yeah, you hear kind of muffled through the water the kind of shouts and cries of both dirks and cultists alike. I've been messaged by someone.
Is it God?
No, it's fucking Luke and Freya talking in the group chat.
Yeah,
Um,
so I've just myself saying about the out
Groupies.
you gave in first. I would actually quite like them back.
But yeah, Kaine, whilst he looks pretty wounded, and you can see kind of like there's like burn marks over him, especially on his tattoos. He looks like he's having a whale of a time.
Oh yes.
But yeah, you can see like his the glaive, the blade of his glaive is like shining with this kind of golden light, which kind of fades after a few minutes. But yeah, he kind of like grins at all of you and says, "Oh, how have you been?
Wonderful. We should be running.
Good point."
Nice.
And yeah, so you guys charge up the stairs. The portcullis, once you've reached it, still appears to be down.
Oh shit.
And you don't see any sign of Lady Cassandra.
Oh, double shit.
Damn it.
And he stop swearing.
Yeah, the lever is on your side, so if you wanted to lift it, you could. But she
Hey.
seems to have gotten past it without the aid of moving
Yeah,
it.
she can do that. Wait, I just realised there's also the way that that Cassandra came from. On the east side of the room.
Yeah.
We
There
could
was a
try going
door
that
there?
way instead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we try that way, or should we go back the way we came?
Could just pull the lever.
Fair enough then.
Yeah. You do also see the arm of the kind of the severed arm of this creature in the doorway.
I'm leaving that for
And-
Creep to mess with.
Which is this kind of it's longer than any of your arms. This kind of lean but muscular, kind of almost skeletal arm
Use it as a back
with
scratcher.
3 claws. And yeah, you can see it's kind of like heavily burnt at the shoulder, but like above the door where it originally was, you can see that it's like the beam that she shot out has carved like a good few inches into the metal, and it's still glowing like white hot.
Nice.
Now, do you know why we should have her on our side?
Yes, we should.
All right. So what are you guys doing? Are you going through the portcullis, or are you going somewhere else?
Yeah, well, I reckon we should go through there.
All right. I'm looking.
Okay.
I'm looking at the map you gave us, and there are 2 rooms at least that we haven't explored. So
Yes.
we can try to loop back around that way.
All right. So, yeah, as you kind of raise the portcullis, you kind of find yourselves back next to the bridge, which a bunch of you just fucking leapt off.
Oh yeah, that time.
This is where you first met Oak. And you're also kind of grimly reminded that the body of Lucifer is probably still in the room next door.
Oh yeah.
Just gonna try and not think about that.
Yeah.
Fun times. Oh,
There-
what
there
if
were-
Oak just stumbles in the room, just like, oh, dead body.
Is that are the big square cubes still moving across the bridge, or have we deactivated those? Right.
Those are still deactivated. They're not moving.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, we could run back across and activate them.
Yeah. Good point. There was the lock mechanism on the other side,
There was, yes.
so let's go get all over there and do that then.
All right. So yeah, as you kind of all rush across. I think you were here with Dale and Guy before. I think the people that wouldn't recognise this would be bloody. Pretty much just Nathan and the Quasit. Quasit's the Quasit's currently sitting in on Nathan's head, and appears to be trying to do Ratatouille, but failing. He's just pulling on bits of Nathan's hair, and he's like, "Oh, fuck off!" And occasionally she swats at him, but the Quasit just goes, and then goes back to pulling on his hair.
Okay, so he's made a friend.
That's
Kind
actually
of.
really cute.
But yeah, how do you try and reactivate the bridge?
Undo the puzzle.
Well, yeah, there were those rods that we had to input, weren't there?
Yeah,
Yes.
they're rods with like segments on them that you had to twist into the right position, which is pretty much just as you left them.
Twist them out of the right position.
All right.
So
I'm gonna
you
say
them
make
over it?
a
Yeah.
Arcana check. I want to see how well this goes.
Uh-oh.
Okay, look.
Fucking hell.
9. Okay. So as you're kind of like trying to you try and twist them, and like at one point you twist one of them too far, kind of not used to having like manual dexterity with your hands, and you hear like a crunch, and the cubes do start moving again, but twisting on that thing again, you're not sure if you can move it back.
So you broke the puzzle.
Well, to be fair, were we ever going to go back in that direction?
If it leads to where we need to go.
Problems for later, us. We should get moving.
Alright, yeah. I was just taking the length of the bridge. I was thinking it's possible that some of you might have access to teleport spells, but probably not.
Also, I want to ask: is there any way we can check that the teleport mechanism is still working?
Which
Because
one?
you know, when you fall off the bridge, you get teleported into the cells.
Do you want to try?
Yeah, how do
No.
you test that?
Do you want to actually try?
I don't
Yeah.
really.
If you want to take like burial off, now's the chance.
Please no. Please no. Let's throw
Yeah.
the Quasit in.
Oh.
Are you gonna try and grab the Quasit and throw it in?
No, I'm not. What we
You
can
can
do.
try. It's a contested check though.
No, it already hates me. I don't want further fuel for that fire.
Why don't you throw objects in?
Because I like my objects.
Like a rock or something, like
I
a
have, like-
nearby rock.
I think I still have
Like-
like several spare daggers, so I can just toss one of them off.
Exactly. Guys,
Okay.
think logically. Not just
Yeah.
throw.
When have I ever
Oh.
done that?
Good.
Which of you have dark vision, by the way?
I do.
Smick does.
Alright. Okay, so Burial, so as Reva tosses one of her daggers off the edge, it's very difficult to see because it is just dark. It's basically dark everywhere.
Mhm.
There's very little lighting now that the power's been turned off. It's a miracle the bridge is even functioning. You see the dagger does fall, and you can see part of it. There's like a slight flash in the darkness. This kind of blue, and you still see part of the dagger fall into and then clatter and crash into the river below. But you do also Reaver hear a clatter in the next room.
We should go and check that.
What am I doing escaping?
Yes, we're going to be running past it anyway.
Alright, so as you enter the room, Lucifer's body is still on the floor. And next to one of the cells, inside one of the cells, you see the severed half of dagger cut off diagonally, cutting part of the crossguard and the blade. It is the handle half of it.
Okay.
Well,
You know,
oh no.
And
you
it's been cut and smoking.
Would have died.
for our purposes, it's working very well. I think.
No.
Not unless you want to set up a trap to blast the ones that get past the cubes off.
Let's just keep running.
Very good.
Can I get you guys to make perception checks?
Okay.
Okay.
What? 1 minute.
Someone's hoovering just outside my room, so it might get a bit loud.
We can hear.
Okay. I'm going to mute myself then, actually, just to make it a bit easier. Literally just stopped.
I got 12.
I got 23. Yeah.
Damn.
13.
Okay. I tried. Oh fuck me! I like how the only person that gets the high amount is the person not been in this fucking room before.
And the one that can't even communicate properly with you.
Nice.
All right. What did you get, Tom?
He got 0.
0. What am I rolling for again? Remind me.
Perception.
Perception.
Perception. Right. Okay. 22.
Okay.
Hey.
With your kind of natural kind of barbarian sense, you look around and you realize most of the cell doors are off and most of the occupants are gone.
Nice.
Fantastic. Wait. Weren't there those rust beetles last time we were here?
Oh.
Yeah, and now you notice you see there's been there's a hole in one of the walls. That's about maybe
Wasn't there also
3-4
a giant
feet across.
snail?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, so two things you notice on the floor. There is this kind of very thin glaze of crystal that kind of leads out in the direction you're going. And actually, no, it doesn't go through that. Fuck, where have they gone? I forgot where the trails lead. But damn. Yeah, so you see one trail kind of leads off actually towards. Oh yeah, I think yeah. Okay, that's where I went. All right. Yeah, you see one trail leads towards where you came from, and off the side, which is this very thin glaze of crystal, and then you see heading the way you came, where the floor was originally dirty, you now see it's immaculate.
Okay.
Hooray.
Okay, well, let's just hope we don't run into any of them.
Yeah.
They might be friendly.
They're probably going to try and eat you.
I mean, I wouldn't taste that good. You guys, on the other hand, are
No,
actually meat.
They're rust beetles. They eat metal.
That's true. Never mind.
So,
Oh god, yeah, I forgot about that. Holy
so
shit.
the opposite is literally true.
So yeah, where are you going? Where are you guys gonna go?
Where are we going, chaps? What do you think?
Keep on going.
All right. As you go up to the door, and I'm assuming Reaver attempts to use the kind of either Reaver or Dale will try and use like an interface tool to open the door. It doesn't respond. You get the sense that with the power off, certain non-essential systems have been just turned off, and this door is one of them.
Right.
Well, the obvious solution is crook.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll try and bust the door down then.
How are you doing that? Are you trying to lift it, or are you trying to like just cut it open?
Get Kaine to help.
Like how are you trying to remove door?
I wasn't hitting it with a sword a good idea.
Sword.
Could I try and kick it down, I guess? Kick it open?
It's a metal door.
No.
And it doesn't have a hinge. You remember it sliding out from the wall.
So I can't like try and pry it open by putting something inside it.
You might be able to. But unlike the doors that you have hacked up in the past, this seems to be a lot kind of stronger. The door that you broke Nathan out of was like this kind of cast iron door, very heavy but kind of brittle metal. This seems to be a lot better made.
Could.
Can't you and
So-
Kaine break it down?
That's a good point. I reckon if we both had a go at it, we might be able to knock it down.
Do you ask Kaine?
Yeah. Suggest to Kanye we should both try and break it down.
He shrugs and says, "Well, we probably could, but it would take a lot of time and make a lot of noise."
That's not great.
Well, what does the rest of you think?
Do we have any more power sources? Like,
I don't know. Do you?
oh, I don't think I do. I was thinking we could jack it into the console and manually power the door. But we can't.
Well, one of the beetles ate through the metal. Could we not do something through that hole to get out?
No. Oh yeah.
There is a hole tunneling through the wall. It's through the back of their cell. It appears to be like now the power's off. Whatever like protection that was giving the wall has now like disintegrated, and there is just a hole bored through there.
Should we go and check that hole out then? How big is the hole?
It's about 3 or 4 feet wide.
I think we will be able to fit in there. Have to crouch though.
If you crawled, most of you probably would be able to fit. Krook would really struggle because the number of like his heads and various other things make him a lot wider.
Yes.
Similarly, yeah, it'd be a squeeze for probably Oak as well. Oak's pretty tall.
I'm 6 foot.
But yeah, no, it's like in terms of I think like you probably would be able to get through. It'd be a bit of a squeeze. Probably the most person to be easiest to be able to get that down there is Smick because he's small.
I mean, we could send Smick to go and scout it out to see if there's another way.
Yeah.
If Reaver wants to, though.
Oh, and Oak could transform into something smaller and go.
I mean, I definitely could.
You know, transform into a rat.
Anything small?
I was thinking like a wolf or something.
Yeah, like, something that could actually fight back.
Yeah.
Well, they probably won't find you if you're a rat. They'll probably ignore you, won't they?
I could just turn into like a tiny wasp or something, but I'd get squished.
Yeah, if you took any damage, you'd instantly fall back into a big robot man.
Big robot man. Big boy. I need to find the bloody thingy. Give me a sec. There it is. So I could turn it into a crab.
Turn into a garrote crab.
Hell yeah.
A what crab?
A garrote crab. Hang on.
If I... No, that isn't level 12. Never mind. Jesus Christ, so a mammoth.
Yeah.
Wait, what? You could be a mammoth?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
that's
could...
very much not helpful for this situation.
I know, but it's just like, I'm looking at it now and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, and a garrote crab is CR 1/4, so you could easily turn into that.
Where is it on the thing? Can't see it.
I don't think they're from the monster manual, that's the thing.
Okay, then. Let's see. Right, so just so then it's like more stealth. Nah, I think I'm gonna be alright. I'll turn into like a hawk, I guess.
Alright. You're not going to fly through this tunnel because your wingspan is larger than 4
Never
feet.
mind. I'll be a poisonous snake.
Alright.
That way, like, I don't even make sounds when like I'm slithering about.
So you watch as Oak kind of like, you see this kind of like green light emanate from his chest, and then you see him kind of like compacting himself into this much smaller shape. This serpentine mechanical object, which Dale, I think this is not, actually no, this is not the first time she's seen you transform, so she's not surprised. Nathan, however, is like, what the actual fuck? Because he was in another room when you did this.
He's a transform.
So you watch as
East Walls.
turns into a snack, a danger
snacky
noodle,
snack.
if you will.
A danger noodle.
Yes, and then slithers down the pipe. So, do poisonous snakes have dark vision?
I have no clue.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't even see the thing.
This would have been important.
Yeah, it could have, like, if you guys would be like, maybe you need dark vision, I could have been like, alright, I'll be an owl or some shit. Like, they're proficient.
You have 10 feet of blind sight, so you can smell things / hear them.
Smell.
You smell with your tongue.
Smell.
But so yeah, you can kind of detect things about 10 feet ahead of you, but in terms of sight, you're pretty much blind.
Love it.
How far do you go into this tunnel?
What we thinking?
Well, can you try and get to the end?
I'll try to, yeah.
Alright. As you slither on down, so about like 10 minutes pass, without much change. The tunnel does like curve, and eventually, you kind of make your way, and you kind of start hearing movement, and with your blind sight you can detect there is a number of kind of like beetle-shaped creatures that are much bigger than you.
No.
Oh, yeah, this is a bad idea.
Hang on, I need to look
This
up
was a
what
bad
their perception
idea.
is.
If Oak dies now, I swear to God, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Fair enough.
I'm going to need you to make a stealth check.
Oh, thank God, it's +3 at the very least. Jesus.
Alright, let's
Fuck
see.
off. 11.
Alright, this thing, you're lucky because this thing's past perception is 11, but it rolled a fucking 6
Thank
on its
God.
perception check. So they don't notice you just yet. But you can kind of detect one's kind of like see its mandibles kind of like searching around, and you see like where the mandibles kind of like touch things, these little antennae. You can hear like the metal walls start to disintegrate and turn to rust.
Okay, so I'm gonna like
Back the fuck up.
go back. Yeah, I'm gonna go back.
All right. So yeah, about 10 minutes later, you see this
Bye.
kind of snake slither back out of the tunnel.
Just no, thank you. Anyone else can go in because they're not freaking metal.
Well, that doesn't. Did you actually see a way out, or was it just?
I don't bloody know.
No, we saw a beetle's butt.
Yeah.
Then the hole is useless because it hasn't finished. It hasn't dug the tunnels anywhere useful.
Apparently not.
I have thought of an idea, but it
Okay.
could go horribly wrong.
Wait, what's
Tell
the? Actually, no, that's a bad idea.
Is it involving me?
Yep,
Oh dear.
Tell me.
you're a snake. You can try and lure it out, eat the metal on the door.
Aren't you a druid? Couldn't you try talking to it?
Why
don't
would I
think-
try talking to
I
it?
don't think it cares if it sees him
No.
as food.
Exactly.
Like, if you go in and lead it out, we can catch it and try and put it on the door so it eats the door.
Just as a point, these things are about the same size as you guys.
Yeah.
They look like this.
Give us a
In case you'd
picture.
forgotten.
Let's
Yeah,
not try
exactly.
that then.
I think he's cute.
They're kind of fun, yeah. As long as you're not made of metal.
Exactly.
Well, that's
Please,
just it.
no.
You're made of metal. If we can get you out of the way, then we can try and move in. But that can go very bad, so...
Just for clarification, I'm gonna turn into my regular form now. Okay, cool.
Yeah, sure.
I am not staying as a snake whilst these guys are here.
Good to know. What are you doing?
Standing around looking stupid because no one else is coming up with something. I mean, we could try to actually go in. Wait. How
Again. No,
do
yep.
we know like how long the tunnel is from me like going in it or not?
So I'm gonna do some quick maths here. How fast is the snake? 30 feet. Alright, and it took about 10 minutes. So each round is about 6 seconds.
Maths.
The great curse of a D&D player.
It's difficult to estimate, but you reckon that tunnel is at least 3,000 feet long.
Okay, never mind then. Fuck that. I was gonna be like, yeah, I'm just gonna cast Tidal Wave and just fuck them all over, but no. Guys, come on, please. Is it like an actual metal tunnel?
It is metal and it seems to wind around a lot. Like you
Burial?
go, like you find yourself very disorientated.
Burial?
Yes.
Heat metal.
You want me to heat, like... I don't even know how much magical energy I'd have to put in to make it work. Like,
Well, it's the best chance we've got, unless you
If
want
you
to.
wanted to kill
go.
the rust monsters, you'd have to go to like the very end of the tunnel.
yeah, exactly. We could try and lure Elle by making, like, noise.
You do have dark vision.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then it'd be me in a tunnel with a rust bug.
Go
just try to
to
kill.
it, because you've got nothing metal.
Another thing that you think might be dangerous for you guys is the fact that it's just very easy for a snake to turn back because they're small, but a person that's about the same width as the tunnel, not so much.
I could
You'd have
walk
to back out.
backwards in.
Okay, so you're
Why would you
you're
want
facing
to
the rust monsters.
I'm not doing
first.
that. I'm not doing that, but it's
Good
a
to know.
suggestion.
Jesus Christ, guys!
In
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Give me a sec, because I have an idea. I just don't know if it'll fucking work. But Jesus Christ, if it does, could I use mending?
On what?
On what?
Just the opening to close it and like not deal with that.
You really don't like those bugs.
No, because I'm the one that's made out of metal.
Well, that's a poor
You-
character choice for you.
You believe that this gap is far too wide to fix with bending. If you had like a bit of metal you could stick on, like,
Is
for
there not like
welds
a
to it?
box or something you can just push up against it?
yeah, just no, go away.
There were some crates in the other cell that we could use.
Why are we even
Yeah.
bothering with them? Aren't
I
we
don't
supposed to
know,
be
we-
going away? Aren't we supposed to be running, guys? We have
I love
people.
how fixated you've become on this Rust monster tunnel.
Exactly. Let's
We
go.
should have used the doorway that
Leave!
Cassandra came out of.
We did, and then you started panicking because there's bugs at the end of it.
No,
Let's
not that. I mean, we
leave.
should have in the big room. We should have gone east instead of back west.
Are we going to leave, or are we going to debate the fact that there's bugs in a tunnel?
Okay, let's just ignore the bugs in the tunnel for now.
Thank you.
We've got a door that is locked because it hasn't got any power. Do we have any explosives?
Why would we need explosive?
Obviously, to blow down the door.
Can't Crooks just like fucking punch through it?
Yeah, Crook. Can you punch?
Yeah. Why would you want to use explosives over just a punch or something? You know,
And
we don't die.
now you're asking Kroot to do the same thing that we couldn't do in the first place.
Yes, but harder.
Alright, so, as you guys are arguing,
I'm
Reaver, you notice that, because you guys are currently in one of the cells, because that's where the tunnel is, you realize that kind of there's something moving in the room.
Well, we're
Oh, dear.
fucked.
So how about we just like go out and like run like we was originally doing?
Do you tell anyone about what you've seen?
Can I
Yes, tell.
Can I look over at what it is?
So as you turn around, and you don't have dark vision, right?
No.
So as you turn around in the dark, kind of, you can kind of the shadow of this thing kind of filters through with this red light, but kind of drifting towards you is like the skeleton of a duck, but it doesn't need to walk. It just kind of glides across the floor towards you.
Guys.
So,
Yes.
Guys.
so let's go.
Yes.
I'm assuming as well. Would I be able to notice that? I've got a passive perception of 17. If not, then cool.
Let me have a look. I will
But
need to
if
check.
so, then I'm just gonna be like, yeah, let's go. Come
Well,
on, like
you lot-
pushing people out.
You lot are like too busy arguing. I'm just stood out of the cell. Just letting you argue.
Oh, can't even argue.
Alright, at this point,
You're there just doing hand gestures.
Exactly. He's angrily waving about like, no, let's go.
at this
Not
point,
me, warning.
the skeleton is about like 10 feet away from you, Reaver.
Just gonna walk away from it. It's like, nope.
Alright. So, I am going to need everyone to make perception checks.
Oh dear.
Because most of you are just arguing at the moment. I think you're distracted, and it would take you.
14. I'm like out in the little hallway out of the cells, just watching them argue. I'm just like, no, bye.
I'm not
20.
doing good rolls right now.
Okay, so Oak, you turn around to see this kind of morbid figure, this kind of fucking this fucking skeleton coming towards you. this Dirk skeleton drifting across the floor. Burial does not notice. Krook, what's your perception?
Passive perception.
No.
Actual perception.
Why did I roll? I've already seen it.
Exactly.
You need to roll.
I don't know why I rolled.
I got an 11.
Okay, so Krook and Burial do not realize.
For God's sake.
I'm
this
going
thing.
towards the door where we came from.
Whereabouts you guys stood, by the way?
As a free action, can I just shout at Burial and Draconic, run? And can I beep at Crook to all fuck, trying to push him out of the way? Trying to, like, go.
Can you beep?
Yes, like, beep, because you don't understand me. So just go.
You need, we need to
alright.
build you a
As-
siren.
Exactly.
As Oak
I've got
pushes
a
you out
horn.
of the cell,
I've got a horn. I could just be like, fucking...
as Oak pushes you out the cell, Krook, you turn around to see the skeleton 5 feet away from you. And hang on, I need to check how this works. Alright, okay. So, Krook, I'm going to make a dexterity saving throw as you feel this kind of next to the skeleton. You feel this kind of sticky membrane
You almost said
begin to
gelatinous,
engulf you.
so I think I know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, dex save.
Oh,
I got 19.
fuck yeah.
All right. Remember, you don't have advantage because this is not an effect you can see. So is that just flat 19?
Yeah, it was 18 plus.
Okay, that's still a pass. So you
I'm
managed
already
to
at the door for
avoid
Smith.
whatever this is. So yeah, you feel this kind of like partially kind of you feel this kind of a tingling on your skin as you feel this kind of large kind of sticky membrane kind of try to engulf you, which is a moment of confusion. You don't quite understand what's going on. But with that, I'm going to need you guys to roll initiative.
She.
Right.
I'm at the door. I'm leaving.
I got 23.
9. 3.
Oops.
Oh, what is this for? What chat?
Initiative.
Initiative.
Oh, right, fun. Fun. 14.
14, okay. Alright, so sorry, Tom, what did you get again?
20.
Alright. And good to know. Alright, and then I'm gonna roll initiative for this boy.
Several?
There is like
Okay.
4 other people. No, good God, there's like 5 NPCs in this room.
Yeah.
Bruh, this thing is actually somehow going after that person, despite rolling significantly higher. Dex bonus of -4, baby.
Hooray!
Alright, so, there's not really enough space for, like, your NPC friends to really get in there, except for maybe, Smick, because he's really small, Everyone else is kind of
Speaks
blocked
for
off.
me.
because of the width of the room. Krook, it is your turn. What do you do?
So I'm being engulfed by a slimy thing.
You haven't been engulfed, you managed to get out of the way.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
so
there is
just-
a skeleton next to you that is where they're somehow projecting this kind of membrane.
I guess try and swing at the skeleton, if I can.
Alright, make an attack
that's
roll.
a bad idea.
Oh.
Will I rage for this? Is it just the skeleton on its own?
We don't know.
Yeah, you've no idea.
Invisible.
You know what? I've got full rages again, so I think I will. Yeah.
Craig's
I
just
will.
getting pissed off at this skeleton.
Right, I'm gonna rage.
So,
Okay.
just so you're
It's
aware,
floating. It's
Yeah.
not meant to be floating.
to hit the skeleton, you're gonna have to step up next to it, which is. But last time you did that, there was a women brain in the way.
So maybe not, and just go.
Just
Where is there for me to go though?
about the
I
way
mean,
we
you
came.
can still try and like step up next to it. There's just a weird sticky thing that you ran into last time.
Hmm.
You could just swing.
That's him trying to lure you into a trap. Go.
Is there anything? Is there anywhere I can go? Can I just get out of the cell?
You're not currently in the cell. You're just outside of it because Oak pushed you there,
Yes.
but it is right next to you.
Aren't we glad?
Thanks. I think I'll move away from it.
Thank
Actually.
you.
All right. As you move away, here we
Oh.
go. Well, you might be lucky. I'm guessing a 10 doesn't hit you.
No.
You hear this kind of, but you manage to move out the way before anything happens. You're kind of unsure as what exactly just happened there. What do you do?
I'll
Still
move
an
away.
action.
I guess I'll just keep away from it.
All right. How far away do you move?
Let's say 20 feet away from it.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to shove past like the 6 other people in the room, aside from your party, and yeah, you currently backed up from this thing. All right, Oak, it is your go. There is a slimy boy near next to you.
It's slimy, but fuck's sake.
Well, as far as you know, it's just a skeleton. It's too dark for anyone really to see.
Yeah. So I don't bloody know. Because it's jelly, it's liquid, and therefore, if I hit it with frost, it might freeze. I don't know. It is around 60 feet, so I'm gonna try and move far away from it as I can.
All right, you are able to do so unmolested.
And how far away from it is it from me right now?
You can move 30 feet, so probably about 20, I think, because you'd have to move through friends to get away further.
Okay, and is there anyone within 5 feet of it?
Currently Burial.
Alright, I don't
Ew.
even care then. I'm going to cast Ice Knife.
Oh damn, okay.
Die, motherfucker.
So you make an attack roll against it,
Yes, please.
and then it makes a saving throw, I think.
It makes a 1 minute. Oh no, it doesn't make a saving throw. It's
It does, but not immediately.
Yeah. So oh, it's dexterity. Yeah.
So roll to hit first,
do-
and then if it hits, it will stab it, and then it will explode regardless.
I will do the stabbo.
Someone just DC'd.
James
That
did.
was James.
Yeah.
James.
He didn't like the fact that I was like not caring.
I'm back. What did I miss?
19.
Hooray!
19.
You're about to
Hell
get
yeah.
stabbed with ice, I think.
So you throw this kind of ice knife at where you think the skeleton is, and you watch as it kind of plunges into this kind of invisible force, and then explodes.
Hell yeah.
All right, roll damage.
All right, so that's 1d10 plus 2d6 if he's failed it.
It's gonna make a dex save, which that's a 9 minus 4.
Hell yeah. So that's a d10 plus d6, and it's second level or higher. That doesn't matter.
I am gonna need Burial to also make the saving throw, which is dexterity.
Please fail it. Honestly, at this point, please do.
And
Oh,
I
mean.
think
It's
Reaver's just
warranted.
far enough away.
It's warranted, but you're still mean.
I'm at
Yep.
the door we came through.
All right, yeah. So I'm guessing a 10 is a fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So that this is to the creature, and then if you want me to do the d6 just after it, so then James
Yeah.
and the creature does it. Okay. So I'll do the roll d10 for now. That's a 7 for the creature.
all right.
And then roll 2d6. That's an 11.
Nice.
Who's that damage to?
So that's you
you
and the
and
creature.
creature.
Jesus.
Oh, it
Jesus.
hurts, bitch!
All right. It's not resistant or anything to that, so that's fine.
Hell yeah.
I'm guessing that's your turn.
That's one action. And yeah, I'd say it is, because I'm not gonna be like just wild shaping right now, just in case.
All right. It's now its go.
I'm so glad I'm 30
Originally-
feet away from it. Bye!
It rolled a 17 on its initiative, but it's got a -4 for its dexterity bonus, so it has a 13 and goes one after you, Oak.
Lovely.
What did I roll? Did I roll a 9 for my initiative?
You did,
You're
yeah.
still there. So,
Oof.
Burial, I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw as you feel sticky, tingly mucus begin to engulf you.
This is terrible.
The embodiment of Blair.
You need to stop rolling on this.
Let's have a
You
look.
really do. It's not working out for you.
Oof. Okay, here we go. Alright. Alright, so Beryl, you feel this gelatinous creature engulf you. You're gonna take and you feel it start to digest your body. You're gonna take some acid damage. And you can't breathe and you're restrained.
F in the chat.
Alright. You take
By the way, that
11
F
acid
does
damage.
not stand for peace. Whatever.
So in
I've now got 11
turn,
damage.
Yeah,
One
11 acid damage.
one turn, he's taken 22 damage.
I'm now on 31 health.
Wow, 31.
Yeah.
That means I'm 53. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Alright, I'm not gonna make this now that one of you's been engulfed. I'm not gonna hide what this is. This is a gelatinous cube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the dirt skeleton in the cell was before. It's exactly the same size as one of the cells, so it wasn't obvious then, and it's dark
so
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just bloody realised.
Lovely.
Alright, so Reaver, it's your turn, and Smix.
We're leaving.
Just
Bye.
abandoned burial, okay.
Bye.
My next character's going to be an asshole. I've decided.
They was already an asshole to begin with, but okay,
Not
sure.
intentionally. She
Not
wasn't an asshole intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
It's just she kept making bad decisions.
Do I have to do anything? I'm just like, bye.
Bad decisions
it's up to
that
you, man.
influence
What are you gonna
everyone
do?
else apart from her.
I'm leaving. I'm going into the other room that we came
Alright.
from.
Just bye.
You're able to use your roguish movement to get past. I'm guessing Smix's gonna try and come with you.
Yes.
Alright. He will do so.
I will pick him up like a child if I have to.
Yeah. Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. I'm
You're
now
not
in
gonna
the
attack
other
this thing
room.
at all?
Hmm?
Alright, well the door is open, like there's not really a door between this room and the bridge area.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright, in that case, Burial, it is your turn, and so okay. So you are currently engulfed.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Can you do anything to get out of a gelatinous cube?
I can probably try and struggle my way out, but considering my dex is 1 and my strength is 0, I'm not sure it's going to be any good. So instead, I'm going to take the much more dramatic and cool route, and I'm going to cast Dragon Breath on myself at 3rd level.
Does Dragon's Breath have a verbal component?
Shit. Does.
Well,
Can't do it, can I?
Do you have Subtle Spell?
No.
In that case, you're going to struggle to cast a spell. Well, you can try. You can try and make a spellcraft check. However, it could backfire.
I'm already being eaten. It's not like it could get any worse. Oof. If I use my Band of Fire control, does that do I have to use a verbal thing
No.
to use that?
That's just
Okay.
point and think.
Put a bonfire under it. It's slow moving. It'll constantly take damage.
That's verbal as well.
Yeah,
I
she
actually have
can't
to
breathe.
point somewhere and say bonfire.
Yeah, you can't breathe. So, yeah, it's kind of an issue.
Question:
Yes.
Does the dirk have any metal on it? Is it wearing like armor?
No.
You are, though.
I'm not
yeah.
actually. I'm not. I don't have the armor.
You have a dagger, don't you?
Well, yeah, but the dagger's probably on me. I probably wasn't holding the dagger. I'm restrained, right?
Yeah, that just means you're. I think. Let me check. I think it just means your speed's 0. You're not grappled, so you can still do stuff.
Right.
Let's have a look. Restrained. So. What the fuck is restrained? Oh, it's on the other page. Good damn it. Alright. Restrained. A restrained creature speed becomes 0 and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls had disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay. As part of my turn, hold on. Just want to check something.
You have a bunch of tools as well, don't you? So, like, maybe use one of the magical items.
Can you not just,
Futuristic items.
can you not just use a fireball in your hand?
Exactly.
Oh. Okay, here's my plan. Can I run this past you, Jake? Yeah.
Sure.
Sorry for continuously forgetting your name. I'm gonna draw a dagger, and then I'm gonna actually push it away from myself so it's not touching me,
Right.
and then cast heat metal on it.
Okay.
Would that series of events work?
It depends how far you can get the dagger away from you, because if it's too close, it will still hurt you.
So, would he be able to do a strength check and just like push it as far as he could?
Possibly. It's unlikely you'll be able to do all that on the same turn, unless casting heat metal is a bonus action.
You might as well start.
Yeah, you might as well like put it into action if it's your own.
Like you said, you're being eaten.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you do have another spell you can cast with that.
Yes.
Thing.
Could I do the first part of my plan, doing the dagger, and then cast a spell? No, I can't. Can I?
It would be an action to try and get the dagger away from you, because it's like you're literally in a gelatinous cube. It is thick.
It is a thick boy.
It's not even really liquid. It's more liquid on the inside than it is on the outside, but it's still.
Does he wobble when he slides
very
across
viscous.
the floor? Does he wobble like jelly?
Oh.
I'm going to take damage. I am going
It's
to
difficult to
take
see the
damage.
outline, but now you know what it is. You can it does jiggle a little bit.
No.
Oh.
It only moves about 10 feet a turn though, so it doesn't jiggle very much.
Burial's being eaten, and we're both going, "Oh, it jiggles."
I cast Aganan Scorcher. Whatever. I cast Scorcher, which is a line of roaring flame I want to direct it in the direction of Oak. Not so that it hits Oak, but just so
Okay.
that it's close to Oak.
I think you can just about manage that because Oak's 20 feet away and the cube's 10 foot wide,
Yeah, sorry.
and you're right at the edge of it. So
Nice try though.
Well, actually, then at that case, I want to direct it so it's actually going into the cube. Then, sorry, Oak, I'm not going to burn you this time.
all right.
So it's larger
Trust
area.
me, if
In that
you
case,
did,
it is going
I
to make
would.
it's going to make the save disadvantage.
Yeah, must make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, and you guys watch as the band of fire control flares with orange light as this kind of blast of flame erupts inside the cube, illuminating it for everyone to see. So it's a good thing it was a disadvantage because my first roll was a nat 20.
Oh
My
god.
second roll, however, was a 6 minus 4.
Yes.
2.
So that's 3d8. I have my what is it called? Elemental affinity. Can I add my charisma modifier to this spell, even though
I believe so.
I'm casting with an item?
We'll say sure. Might as well.
Okay, so that's 3d8.
Like, give him a chance.
Plus, yeah, thank you. Plus
You are
4.
attuned to it, so it makes sense that you'd like have some control over it.
Nada.
Sorry if my microphone's making noises, I'm just moving it.
So that's 13 damage.
Nice.
I, meanwhile, have to do the negative of my thing. I need to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Very true.
Did I
Oh god, my
succeed?
computer's doing it again. No!
Oh dear.
What's it doing?
Here's the screen thingy where I can't read anything.
Oh no.
I take 4 damage. Oh wait, I take half of that, so I take 2 damage.
Yeah.
I want to gain immunity to the effects of extreme heat for an hour.
Alright. Good to know.
Okay. That's my turn.
Cool. Alright, Crook, it's your go.
Right, so it's got burial then, hasn't it?
Yep.
You can what you've seen is Burial was like kind of like picked up, and you saw kind of like almost like a freeze frame of her like struggling like in slow motion to you in the air. But then you watched her like blast flame out the back of this thing, and you can definitely see the outline of this 10 foot by 10 foot by 10 foot cube of jelly with this gout of flame coming out the back of it.
Right. So it's still like so is the skeleton not really anything to do with it? Was it just attached to it?
The skeleton is
skeleton
what
Form a
it's eating.
victim.
It's like remains essentially.
Ah.
That's it.
It's eating it.
Yeah, it digests organic matter, but bones and metal it does not digest.
Does it like
So-
hook it out of its system like patooey?
Well, no, like they just stay in there. That's why the skeleton's still in there.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why gelatinous cubes are such a great monster, because people are like, oh look, treasure in a perfectly 10 by 10 foot room with no lighting in it. Do. Oh no, I've been engulfed.
I could. Can I like try and sever the bit? Can I try like sever a bit of it to try and free burial?
You can attempt to pull her out, but
Yeah, that's
chopping a
what I
bit
do.
off is difficult.
Yeah.
I'll attempt to heave burial out of it then.
Alright, you need to make a strength check.
Out of everyone being a good Samaritan, it's Crook.
The
Yeah.
evil one as well, yeah.
Yeah, the only evil one in the party. Well, that isn't us, I mean, because it's evil, isn't it? Right, okay, I got... Oh, shit. So... Oh. That's not
What do you
good.
get?
Yeah, I only got a 7.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You actually don't. You'd fail.
God damn it.
Alright.
I rolled a 3.
So me and Reaver are out of here.
Alright, so as you do so, you kind of like plunge your arm into the cube and try and heave Burial out, but like the floor's been made too slippery, so you kind of like slip over and aren't able to pull him out, but your arm is still coated in acid briefly. So you're going to take 10 acid damage as this thing digests you for a little bit.
Nice.
Thank you
What
for
else do
your
you do?
sacrifice.
What do I do next?
Yeah, you still got a bonus action and your movement.
Can I attempt to pull Burial out again?
Let's see, is it an action? It's an action, so no.
Can I try and pull myself out?
You're not in it at the moment. You just failed to pull her out.
No,
Have you got slime on you?
Slim.
I don't really. I mean, I've got like a light, so I can't really attempt to blind it because it doesn't really have eyes.
It does not have eyes, no. It's just a cube of jelly, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I guess I'll just back off again a bit.
All right. You watch that as you try to move out the way, which is this kind of pseudopod of gel, sweeps out at you, try to slap you in the head. It rolls a 18 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
All right, you're gonna take some acid damage as it splashes acidic gel over you. That is 13 acid damage.
Jeez, it's quite hard. He's already done 23 damage to me.
To be fair, one of those was self-inflicted.
Yeah.
Don't blame the jelly.
Do not blame the jelly god.
He just wants to eat you, man.
Yeah, like, give him some food. Jesus.
Don't they just continuously eat as well?
Yep.
Pretty much. They're pretty unthinking. Like it's got an intelligence of 1.
Oh, hold on.
So Krook, if that's the end of your turn,
I'm back.
then you are able to move away. You just get splashed with acid when you do.
No, I'm having a bad time with it.
All right, Oak, it's your go. You've watched Krook get bathed in acid briefly before retreating, and Burial send a gout of flame to this thing, which just kind of bubbled a little bit.
Are we gonna finish after this encounter?
Yeah,
Okay.
probably. This is not the way I was expecting the session to go as well. Like I was.
I'll
expecting
need
it to
time
be
to
somewhere
finish my new character.
You don't even know if you're dying.
Man,
It's very
the
likely.
best thing about this is you guys are struggling so much with the CR2 monster.
Shut up. Shut up.
I love the gelatinous cubes, they're great. Like, holy fuck.
I like that Reaver just yeeted out the room. It's like, nope, I'm dealing with it.
Yeah.
No.
Bye.
That's part of it, no one's helping. It's 2 characters versus 1.
Okay.
Hello.
So now that I've seen it, I don't know how this would work, but would I be able to transform into it?
It's not a beast, so no.
Yeah, I was
It's an
like
ooze.
thinking it probably wouldn't be, but at the same time, just a mechanical somehow like gelatinous blob.
You just made
Yeah,
out.
I
no.
don't know how that'd work.
Yeah.
If druids were able to turn into, like, oozes, that would be horrific. You
Yeah,
just melt.
seriously.
Alright, let's see.
It's my go, innit?
Even
So-
for 2 characters doing this should be an easy encounter.
Exactly. So I'm just gonna like back out and follow where Reaver went, because then I can also help her with like certain spells if I need to.
Alright,
That
so
way you've got 2 and we've got 2.
you've got an action left. If you want to use it.
I want See, I don't want to make. No, I'm gonna leave the action because, in all fairness, if I'm just like, oh, I'll just conjure up animals, it'll be a big huff over nothing.
You've got cantrips.
Great.
Yeah, but it's poison spray, and I can't really do much with it when I'm 30 feet away from it already.
Well, let me know if you want to switch any of them out at any point in the
Can
future.
you throw a rock at him?
Why would I throw a rock? I'm out of
The
there.
hell?
You guys.
Alright, so is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Alright, on the gelatinous cubes go, it's going to digest burial a little bit. So let's have a look. You take even more damage because you're being digested from inside. Okay. Right, so that's 14. My brain isn't working today. 19 acid damage.
Mother. Ooh.
Also, what's your constitution modifier, Burial?
+2.
Okay, I need to check what the rules are for suffocation.
Oh god.
Oh, I forgot you were suffocated.
Well, she is. She can't breathe. I can't remember how many rounds you can stay conscious. Let's have a look. Let's check the underwater bit.
My next character is going to be a bard. You're a scold.
And you're gonna
Scold.
seduce like everything in the
Is
room.
it in the? I think I can't remember what the fuck it is.
If you play a
It's
bard,
not
you have
very
to sing
rounds.
us songs.
Suffocating. Alright, so you can hold your breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus your constitution modifier, minimum of 30 seconds. If you run out
Watch
of breath
me.
or you're choking, you can survive a number of rounds equal to your constitution modifier, minimum of 1 round. At the start of your next turn, you drop to 0 hit points and are dying. You can't regain hit points or stable. Okay, so you can't breathe. So we'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you are holding your breath, but we'll give you half the time because you were not expecting to be engulfed.
Yeah.
So that is 1 minute plus 2. So you're currently on 1.5 minutes of breath,
No.
which, given it's been now 2 rounds since you got engulfed, that is going to be at what the fuck would that be? I want to say 1 minute 18 seconds.
Hmm.
So yeah. All right. So you just get taken a little bit of damage, and then how far did everyone move away from the cube?
I'm like 30 plus at this point.
I think I'm about 20 feet away from it.
All right. Okay, so all right. Krook. So you watch as it kind of like moves towards you, and then moves again, and starts to try and engulf you. I need you to make a dex saving throw.
Oh, he's. I think he cut out for me.
It's gonna try and engulf you as well.
Oh.
Now you wish
But
you
how
didn't
can
eat.
it? I've moved away from it.
It moved.
It moved up to you.
Oh.
And it's moving again to actually like
What happens to all the
Engulfing it.
NPCs?
they're all engulfed.
They're in the next room.
Yeah, they don't know what's going on. Sorry.
But yeah, the thing is, so the engulf action is it moves up to its speed, and it's also got a movement action. So feasibly, it can just move up to 20 feet on a turn, if there's something to engulf, which there is, which is Krook. What did you roll on your dex save, Tom?
Yeah, sorry, cut out. What did you say?
What did you
Roll a
roll on
dex.
your dex save?
Right, dex save. Sure. Okay. I do get advantage on this one, don't I? Because I can see.
Yeah, because you can Burial is slowly like moving towards you.
Yeah. Alright, okay. First one. Oh, Jesus, 2. Right, okay, I need a good one, preferably. Come on. Oh, wait, it counts. And a 17.
Alright, you're able to avoid being engulfed this turn.
Right. Okay.
With that, Reaver, it's your go.
I'm gonna figure out if there's somewhere I could go away from this.
Currently, there are sweeping cubes on the bridge, which I actually need to check how well that's going still. Okay, that is maintaining what it's doing currently. The cubes are still sweeping across, as per when you first came here.
So does the NPCs know what's going on?
They're not in the room, so no.
Could you tell them maybe?
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell them that Burial's being eaten by a gelatinous cube. And they should probably go help.
Dale kind of like turns around and looks at you. It's like, you guys get into the weirdest fucking situations.
No, Burial gets into the weirdest situations.
I take offense, but it's true.
Alright, so she won't get a turn this round, but she will act next one. And just for her, she's going for most of you. What the fuck is her fucking initiative bonus? It is +2. Okay, she's going after group.
I'm just gonna, like, stay away from it.
Alright,
Hey,
so...
hey Crook. Tom, look in the chat. It's you. It's literally
Bruh.
you.
I guess, yeah.
That's basically what happened, yeah.
Mm.
Because I think you were level 2 at the time.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
that's exactly what happened.
Yep. Nice.
Alright. Is Smick doing anything?
Oh yeah, Smick.
Steph?
I've been nice to Smick.
No, you didn't. You almost killed him with the freeze moth thing.
Yeah. He's got the same
That
stuff
was an
against you
accident.
that, as Oak does.
Ah.
Good damn.
You also hurt Reaver in the process, didn't you? You hurt me, Reaver, and Smick.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
Smick more
So-
than me. So.
No, I know, but like Smick would also hold that against her to begin with, because he holds Reaver to such a high degree.
I think he's just worried of, like, there's a giant cube coming, what the fuck do we do?
That too. So he's not gonna be coming back.
Alright,
So
I think Smick is like, he sees this as still a danger to Reaver, so he's probably going to take a shot.
Thank you, Smick.
I was
She
just
is
about to
gonna
say,
hit.
can you do it for me? Because I can't see the screen.
That is... Ooh, nice. Does 10 damage. Watches this arrow kind of thunks through the thing, narrowly missing Burial. Alright. It is now your turn, Burial.
Right, you said before that I can try and cast a spell without the proper methods, can't I?
It's possible, but it may backfire on you.
I'm going to have to try.
Alright, what spell are you casting?
Simply, I was going to cast Dragon's Breath, but
I do want to point out that the metal head of Smick's arrow is now embedded in the gelatinous cube.
yeah, but I don't have any charges on the Band of Fire control, so I can't actually cast that.
Alright.
Also, I
What-
think Smick's arrows aren't metal, they're like flint.
Mm.
Because he's a
what I-
simple kobold.
He is a simple kobold who lives in a cave. What I can do is cast Fireball.
Are you gonna do that on yourself?
Yes, because I'm immune
Okay.
to fire. I'm immune to fire.
Are you immune? Already? Holy shit.
Hold on. It says part of Band of Fire Control, spell configuration. On a success from making that damage throw, you can gain immunity to effects of extreme heat.
That's in
not
terms
actually
of
fa-
that's not
actually
that's
fire
not
damage.
immunity to fire damage. That's immunity to being exhausted in a desert, kind of thing, or in a hot engine room.
My plan's changed. I'm going to use Dragon Breath instead, but I'm going to cast it
Okay.
at 3rd level. I've realised
Alright.
that's probably not the best idea.
So you're casting at a 3rd level. In that
Yep.
case, I'm going to need you to make a spell hacking check. So make a. If you're proficient with Arcana,
Yep.
add your proficiency bonus to your Charisma modifier when you roll this check.
So it's
It is a
1d20.
Charisma Arcana check.
So I add both of them.
Well, don't add your Intelligence modifier, but if you are proficient in Arcana, add that to your Charisma when you make the roll.
So +5, +4.
Is your Charisma 20 already? Holy shit!
And my charisma is plus. My charisma score is 18. So the
Alright, so
modifier
it's
is
+4. It'd be +7 for you then.
+7. So it's only +2. It's not +5. So 1d20 +7, 26.
26. That is easily enough. You are able to, if you want to, you can cast this as a subtle spell, which means that you don't use verbal or somatic components.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Okay, then I'm just gonna flip and open my mouth and breathe out. I see a problem.
I was going to say he's suffocating.
I'm breathing out. I'm breathing out flame. I don't care.
Yeah, this will reduce the breathing time you have.
I'm such an idiot.
It's fine.
Now
Yeah,
you realise.
Everything's fine.
Damn.
Okay.
It's
that's
fine. Okay,
3d6.
not gonna be a problem.
No, that's
Not gonna be a problem at all.
4d6.
Yeah, 46.
Maybe
turn.
this will convince it to drop me.
9 damage. Alright.
I don't
It is
think
going
it
to make a
can
dex
drop
save
you.
at disadvantage.
All around me are
It fails, so it's going to take that 9 damage. You do see that it is slowly, it's filled with lots of bubbles, and it's it is kind of a bit sloppy now from the outside.
Yeah.
But it's still holding integrity.
Wait, I can add my charisma to that damage. I can add my charisma. So that's
Alright.
13 damage, not 9.
Nice.
At least I have that.
Yep. Okay. If that's the end of your turn.
Yep.
It
Wait,
is.
can I try and take struggle my way out?
That is
It's
an
an option.
action.
Damn it, never mind
So
then.
you've already taken that one. Alright, so yeah, so an engulfed creature can try and escape by taking an action to make a DC 12 strength check.
Yeah,
On
no.
success, the creature escapes and enters a space of its choice within 5 feet of the cube.
No,
Alright.
that is a no.
So, Krug, it's your turn.
Alright, I think I'm gonna bail as well.
Tom?
Yeah. Hello.
I can't hear him.
Oh, lol. Alright, so Tom, you're just gonna leave?
You just did.
That was weird. Right, anyway,
Alright.
what I was saying was I think I'm gonna bail.
Alright. Are you gonna disengage or are you just gonna walk away?
I think I'm gonna. So is Burial still completely engulfed in it?
Yep.
Yes.
Everyone else has ran off.
Yep.
Yeah, it is slowly boiling from the inside though. So she's got that going for her.
It might eventually just explode. I might disengage. Yeah.
All right, use your action to disengage, so you can't get pseudopoded.
Right, I'm just thinking if I just want to do this. How much health is Burial on?
Pardon?
How much health is Burial on?
10.
10.
This is so terrible. This is bad.
This could be very bad.
Because it's probably just going to kill you, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If it gets round to the gelatinous cube's turn, there's a high likelihood. Yeah.
I'm not too far. I'm still on a lot of health. You know what? I'm going to try and pull her out again.
All right, make a strength check.
Okay. This time round, I can't. Just to make sure, it's my strength bonus just on my strength stat, isn't it? This one. This.
It's just a strength check, so yeah. It's not athletics because you're not doing an athletic feat. You're just pulling someone.
Nice. Okay, this time I got a 22.
All right, you are able to pull her out. You still take damage because you're plunging your arm in.
Nice.
You only take 4 acid damage this time, though.
That's good.
And yeah, you're so Burial. You gasp for breath as you feel Krook's hand clamp down your shoulder and yank you out of the cube.
Finally, thank you.
Which is funny because Krook doesn't like spellcasters.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't, but
please.
it's just more
Don't shove me back in.
Do you want me to?
Oh my god. Alright, that's your action, Krook. You still want your move and your bonus action?
Yeah, I'm gonna move away from it again now.
Alright. So you can't disengage, so it's gonna make a opportunity attack against you.
Please don't get stuck in it.
That is a 16 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
God
Alright.
damn it!
It slops you with acid. Which is... Right, I rolled pretty high on that one. That's 14 acid damage.
Nice.
As you scarper her away, it kind of like throws a glob of acid at you, essentially.
Yeah,
It's
I
an
don't
acidic
want.
gel.
I don't want running from things, but Krook is an idiot. He's not going to try and hit it with his sword. Won't do much.
Well, he doesn't eat metal, so...
Yeah, but it'll just be there. It'll just be like the sword will probably just get stuck in it, though, won't it?
He'll just be there. It's just in the way.
Nice.
Yeah, in case you couldn't imagine what it looks like, I'm going to push the picture in campaign chat for you guys. This is the official artwork for a gelatinous cube.
Glub, glub.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Nice.
It's a big old cube.
It just looks like a giant like ice cube.
You can get them in different colours, can't you?
Yeah.
I don't think
I'd
so.
assume so.
I mean, I guess in theory you could. They're just transparent though, so they're not really coloured.
Oh. See, I was picturing it green for some reason.
I think the artwork in the monster manual might be a bit more green tinted than that photo.
That may also be the fact that the pages are like yellowy. So, no clue.
Let's have a look. Images of this lad. There are other images. Oh yeah, there's a secondary image of it, which is which was currently happening to Burial. This is the other artwork for it.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
But yeah, so that's the end of your turn, Krook. It is now Dale's turn. Who's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And she's gonna shoot it, I think. Yeah, alright. What is the bonus tip? Alright, cool. She literally can't miss. Her bonus is +6. This thing's AC is 6. So she hits. She does damage. Falls pretty low. Does a little bit of damage to this boy.
Damn it.
She can attack multiple times though. So she's going to do it again. She rolls a bit better that time. Alright. This thing is definitely losing integrity. It's kind of slopping around a bit more. There's lots of like burnt gel and bubbles inside of it. It's very difficult to see this thing being injured because it's just a cube. Alright, Okus, you'll go.
Instead of a cube, it's now a triangle. What to do? I don't know. I'm like well away from him anyway. Am I with Reaver at this point or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Because God knows what to do.
You just have a conversation.
Yeah, it's like, hey, what's up? How are you doing? Well, I have spells and stuff to like help people out, but it's not really good.
I'm not
right
the one
now.
that needs help.
Well, no, I wasn't saying
I
you in
am.
particular either. It was more the fact because you're both still surrounded near the actual cube itself. If you'd back away and it followed us, then I'd be able to help everyone. But I can't really do much otherwise, so I'm just gonna stay safe and like try to like make sure that you all know that we need to go so you don't die by it still.
So is that like Oak's turn?
Yeah.
Oak's just there miming words,
Alright.
complaining.
Like, come on, go. He's like
Good
directing
to know.
into where we're supposed to be going.
Burial was only deposited next to the cube, so she's still within engulf range. Make a dex save, please.
Oh, you mean to make you cry. If I'm not back by this time tomorrow. Carry
Okay, you managed to
on,
avoid
carry on.
engulfment for this turn,
Nothing
as it tries
else
to
matters.
absorb you once more, but it fails, thankfully.
Thank God.
Alright, Reaver, it's your turn. Hello?
I'm here. I'm just thinking of what to do.
Nah.
I'm just gonna shoot it.
Alright.
Hang on. Let me get me thing. Let me get me thing. I've still not fucking wrote it on my sheet.
What's your bonus to hit that thing? It's +6, isn't it?
What's my what?
Your bonus to hit with Thrasma. Because your dex is +2, your proficiency bonus is +3, and it's a +1 weapon. So
Yeah.
unless you get a nat 1, you can't miss.
You're gonna screw us over. It's gonna be a 1.
Yeah, you hit. Alright, roll damage.
Oh, hang on. Is this Strasman? Yeah, this is Strasman that I got out. I don't remember what. Oh, 1d. 1d12.
1d12 +3, I believe.
$13.
Nice.
And because it's a cube, I can pull it back.
Yep, and it also fails. So 1d4. Also +1, I think.
Yeah. That could have gone better.
Oh god.
Yeah, I mean, like, rolling that one and missed, that would have been pretty bad. Alright, so. Bruh. This thing is just about fucking hanging on. So you fire into it, and you hear as the bullet flies back to the gun rather, trailing slime as it goes. The cube is like almost falling apart. Like you can see it's like slopping from side to side, barely retaining its shape.
And Speaky Boy is going to do his bow, I think.
Actually, Barrel's within 5 feet of it, so you can sneak attack if you want.
Okay.
So roll an extra 3d6,
God.
just to see how bad you killed this thing.
Nice.
Right, cool. It had 1 hit point left after that first shot. So yeah, you watch as with the bullet you kind of shoot in, it kind of erupts, creating like an air pocket inside the the thing, and then you pull it out, and as the bullet exits, it's kind of like uncorking like a barrel of water, and just kind of sloughs off and like liquefies on the floor. The gelatinous cube is dead, and there is now a dirt skeleton lying covered in ooze on the floor. Burial is also covered in ooze.
I do like the cool little cowboy thing where they spin the pistol and then put it back in.
Nice. But yeah, that is combat over.
Finally.
I feel kind of bad that I took the killing shot, but it's like I know people want it to be over.
I wanted to burn it, but I'm just glad it's dead.
You just burn the ooze that's on the floor.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to breathe a lot on the floor in the fire
It
breath.
might stink a bit though.
But yeah, we did
Breathe
start
more.
late, so we can go for like another half hour if people are available. Otherwise, we can here.
I don't really mind. I do kind of want to finish, but I'm good to keep going.
I need to go get food.
No.
It's up to you guys. We can stop here or we can continue.
Well, do you have an ending to this, or is this a good enough ending?
Well, it's more I want to know where you're going next.
We have to kind of go backwards over the. We can't get the flipping door open.
We are going to have to go backwards, and you've brought the mechanism.
Nobody complained at the time. It was a good idea at the time.
You twisted it the wrong way and brought the mechanism.
It wasn't really an idea that you went for. You just rolled badly.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah.
In the perfect world, I would have simply turned the mechanism back on, not broken it. But this isn't a perfect world. I just got swallowed by a slime. Ooze, whatever. I'm pretty sure I'm now on the floor, kind of traumatized.
You got
Yeah,
molested
you
by
are
a giant
covered in
cube.
slime, by the way.
Yeah, just absolutely smothered.
I am not having a fun day.
Also, hang on, I'm gonna roll.
Also, there's something else.
Yeah, there is. Let's see what denomination that's in. Oh, lucky. Alright. There is, if you, like, amongst other bits of, like, remains and stuff inside the cube, there is kind of scattered about, roughly 74 gold.
Okay, I'm going back in.
Yeah, same.
Burial raises an ooze-stained hand. Can I have some of that?
No.
I really would like some. I kind of feel like I earned it somehow. I'm not quite sure. Maybe because it ate me.
Kind of your fault for not getting it out of the way, but sure.
No, but seriously, can I have...
How are we actually going to split that up, though?
Up to you guys.
How about everyone
mean-
that actually did damage to the monster gets some?
So, all of us.
Yeah.
We could.
So-
Well, if we do it equally between 4 people, it's 76 gold.
Yep.
74 gold.
74 gold. That is it's
Which is
18.5
18.
each.
Yeah.
So, I'll have a total of 36. Nice.
How much gold? 5 each.
Oh,
Five-
18.5 each.
Oh,
18.5.
18.5.
Also, if you're deciding to split it between people that did damage to it,
Yep.
that's Oak is excluded and Dale's included.
Why?
Because you didn't do damage to it.
I did the ice knife.
Oh, you did the ice knife, yeah, we've
Oh
split
yeah,
5
you
ways
did.
then.
Nice try, though.
So it's actually split between 5 people.
Well, it's up to you if you want it, if that's how you're doing it.
Yeah.
Can
if
I
Dale
use my
actually
sleight of
wants
hand to pickpocket the gold off Burial?
Actually, to be fair, Smick also did damage to it, so we divided it 6 ways.
Oh, he uses my gold, it's fine.
Great.
He's also got his own personal supply that you don't know about.
it. Shiny click clacks.
Exactly.
No, that's nice.
Man, I recently found that post again, which is like that I've realized there's 3 types of D&D player.
Yeah.
Halflings. I'll just borrow dice with my friends, it'll be fine. elf. I have 1 to 3 beautiful sets which I use for very specific things. Goblins. Shiny Click-Clacks must always have more.
No, but the real question is though, when are we going to start killing elves?
There's 2 right here.
That doesn't make you sound
Okay.
racist at all.
Okay, how much is 0.5 in silver from gold then? Would it be
It's
50?
5 silver.
5? Okay.
Cool.
Coolio.
It's because I'm just thinking about Jake, that picture you put up by carriage, so you can see you've got space
Oh,
to kill
God.
more elves.
Hang on.
Very good.
Hang on. One sec. Okay.
Nice.
It's true. Alright.
Very true.
All right. Are we finishing here then? Like,
What's everyone's passive perceptions?
Oh dear.
14.
14.
17.
Hang on.
Alright. Yeah, so something you guys will see is that there is a hang on, I need to check something real quick. Okay, what's everyone's passives again?
14.
17.
14.
Okay, I also need to check the passives of the NPCs. Because they might also notice this. Oh wow, Dale's got a real low passive perception. She doesn't have. She's not proficient in perception in any sense. Kai's got the same one. Great. He is proficient, but he's got a -1 to wisdom. Good to know. And the other 2. Yeah. All right. So. Okay. Yeah. So you guys all of you can see that like you notice that despite the fact that Burial broke the bridge, basically you see like occasionally like the cubes move and then occasionally they like stop
Oh god.
and like kind of glide to their ends and then like stutter back up again. So I also need to do a thing real quick. But yeah, we can end the session here if you want to, or we can continue for like another 15 minutes.
I'd prefer to finish here in all honesty.
All right. I'm just gonna message some people because I'm being chatted to by someone else at the moment.
Oh. Well, it's been an interesting one today.
Oh, yeah.
No more gelatinous cubes ever. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that just means that Jake's gonna do more.
Surely, yeah.
But yeah.
He didn't even deny it.
Well, you never know. I might throw you up against some more dangerous oozes. We'll see. But yeah.
Alright. Oh, I'm just thinking now. It's actually not that long until we go back to uni now. Only about a month
if we actually do go back to uni.
Yeah.
If
No.
we're actually going.
Oh, I hope
mean,
we do.
The thing is that even if we don't go back to uni, they can still do it online
Yeah.
Yeah.
if they have to.